right, good morning. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Let's take a look at headlines from the Vanguard newspaper. We'll start with that one. And it says federal government's plan for fresh $5 billion oil-backed loan hampered by low price. 2027 PDP leaders divided over Wike's proposition for Southern presidency. Diesel, petrol to cost more as 4 depot owners raise prices. NAS moves to make National Assembly arcade official venue for presidential swearing-in. Benue, 4 killed in fresh attacks on Agatu Apa local government areas. And court remands 34 suspects in jail for street trading in Lagos. Viral video. Army headquarters debunks alleged plot to Islamize military, destroy nation through religious crisis. Now, all of these ones you'd find on the Vanguard newspaper. And if you go to the Punch, you see students accuse FUOYE of rigging SUG election results. Power play, PDP convention caught in Wike Makinde camp's crossfire. And federal government budget cut leaves 1,500 health workers without pay. FCTA renames International Conference Center Tinubu Center, cancels free services. Okay, why is it renamed Tinubu Center? If Tinubu leaves, what happens? Why not left us what it was? It's a national asset. Well, find out the details there on the Punch newspaper. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. You can also call 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0007. You can call any of these numbers to participate this morning. You can also send a WhatsApp message to 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. JJ from Rumigbo, quickly, straight to the point. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning. Yes, LG budget cut leaving 1,500 health workers without pay. Andrew, why not the budget cut go to the National Assembly, where they are led to collect more than more? How much are they paying the health workers that is now their own, that the cut will not affect? Doesn't make any sense to me as far as I'm concerned. Then I want to thank the Marine Police and the Naval counterpart for the good job they did yesterday, for not allowing those evil people to strive yesterday. I want to thank them and the Bonny Waterways. I say kudos to them. But if they don't do well too, IJJ will also be the one to blast them. So I thank them for this one. And conclusively, Nigerians preparing for Democracy Day without democracy in Nigeria, in River State, I want to say it's not a good development. All those ones Tony Okocha is saying about forgiving and not forgiving. Well, I don't know what is up to. It was the first leading voice calling for state of emergency. That has done, so I don't know what you're still looking for. So
all right, let's go to Rumudara now. God's power, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
All right, good morning, God's power.
Yes, my name is Ayuba God's power. Andrew, that Nigerians preparing for Democracy Day without democracy in River State. Andrew, I begin to wonder why some people are being eaten up when governance is going on in River State. Like the statement of Chief Okocha, Andrew, are you aware that moves were supposed to have been made? People were supposed to be consulted on how to return peace in River State. People are not concerned about that. All what they are concerned about is just to return Sim Fubara back to office. What about the House of Assembly that was demolished? What about those the constitution that was fragrantly misused in Rivers State. Simfubara did so many things against the Constitution. Simfubara brought down the Rivers State House of Assembly. People are not talking about that. All what they are concerned about is Simfubara being returned. What if he is returned today and the impeachment process against him continues? Chief Tune Okocha have said it all, that the sin he committed is a sin that cannot be forgiven. One, because he committed sin against the people, he committed sin against the Constitution. So people should be concerned about how to live in peace in Rivers State. Because
all right, God's power.
Again, without concrete peace move to be
God's power, thank you very much.
About tension in Rivers State.
Thank you. And again, remember, it's Governor Simfubara. All right. Abinoye from Abua, good morning.
Good morning, it's me, Andrew.
Yeah.
The suspension of a democratically elected governor and the assembly member is alien to democracy. And I think that today, the president, Tinubu, should kill his ego and then reinstate these people. Because we are told that by Mahatma Gandhi, that only strong people who forgive if there's anything. In line with forgiveness, Tony Okocha said that the sins of Governor Sim is unforgivable. I begin to wonder what kind of sin he committed. Why would that sin not be forgiven? Because I know that during Wike's dispensation, Abua Odua committed a grave sin according to him. And then he forgave them. He forgave their sin. So why would his own sin not be forgiven? And even still, we are told that he should come and settle peace with all the stakeholders. I do not know what sin touched all these people. I think Tony Okocha is one of those persons who is fishing on troubled waters. Thank you.
All right. Uche Ken, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning, sir.
All right, welcome.
Police rescue a 13-year-old girl in a church 6 days after she was adopted. I think, for me, this is a good news, but attached to a bad development. I appreciate police for their prompt action and also thank God for the little girl self-release. Secondly, if some of the suspects or victims of the crime were apprehended, please, they should be granted interview because they have a lot to say. Because in several forums, kidnappers have been apprehended in a jail, but heard from different states and local governments. Have a name, please. I urge police and other security agencies to go beyond arrest and ensuring that those people confess to the crime, who sent them, and where they heard from. Finally, State Chairman of APC, Chief Tony Okocha, said even if Sir Simfubara returns to APC, his sins will not be forgiven. My area of concentration this morning is where he said he's not aware of the ongoing reconciliation moved by Simfubara and other stakeholders in Rivers State. I think the position of Chief Tony Okocha this morning is correct, because even the FCC minister have said it, that he's not aware of if Governor is taking any peaceful move. But these are the people that are jubilating over June 12th, or to be back soonest. The conditions attached. You were asked to go and ameliorate peace with all the people. Have you done it? They will come and blame the bars tomorrow. But they are busy doing what? I see that will not ensure or restore peace.
All right, Uche Ken, thank you.
Simply sit up and do this.
All right, blessed from Alu, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Fear me, Andrew. Tony Okocha, APC 6, says that if Governor Fubara even defected to APC, his thing will not be forgiven. Tony Okocha is afraid because whenever the governor coming back, is going to be the leader of the party in the state. And the governor will work under him. That's what they are ready for. So it should not be afraid. That's not the truth. If we are celebrating democracy in Nigeria, without returning Governor Simfubara back to the office, that is an autocracy we are celebrating. How you suspend a duly elected governor for how many months? And then you cannot see UN come to the Nigeria and say, oh, President Tinubu, we are suspending you for one thing or the other you have done that is not okay with election. Have you seen that has been done before? My brother, pertaining this Tony Okocha of 18, Tony Okocha's statement is a fallacy. You cannot count it again. Because I could remember when he was chief of staff of former governor of Simichi Amechi, he's not this way. You know, people complain about it very well. So he just make this President Tinubu the talk as he wants. His talk is fallacy. Fine, brother, finally, pertaining the PDP leader decided over the FCC minister statement that the Northerners should not be this thing. Let me tell you one thing. The Northerners, they are not supposed to rule again for now. This is time of Satana. Even though President Tinubu cannot continue.
All right, Blessed. Thank you very much. In Rumokuta, Chima is on the line. Chima, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Femi. Mr. Femi, it would be disastrous to bring back the suspended governor of Rivers State. Have I not exclaimed it here in your studio that if you bring him back without proper negotiation, what do you think will happen? It will be as if everything the president has done is just for nothing. They will still go back to impeaching, which I will be in support of that. Now the issue is that now when Toshia said that even if the governor comes to APC, it is not be forgiven. Go and ask your brother or your colleague, Mr. Oracle. I told him that the suspended governor sinned against humanity. His sins was beyond constitution. So he needs every aspect of forgiveness from the smallest of River State, so to abuse that word. Because a man that opened his eye and kept us in democratic government, out of government for 2 years, in fact, he's not supposed to even hold any position of trust. I have never in any time seen the government started this talent, talented character like him or want him to even become as a governor. Because do you know why? People are thinking that we are not putting democracy because the city was suspended. If you a very big right. Even the suspension of the governor is still democracy because it was listed out in the constitution. If it is not democracy, why are we having freedom of speech? If it's not democracy, why are we having freedom of gathering? So those are things there is no democracy in the state. They do not understand because my lawyer.
All right, thank you very much, Chima. But I would also encourage when you make your contribution, Chima, nobody is arguing with you or fighting with you. It was the same thing I was trying to tell Susie. Nobody. So I don't know why you yell and you shout, and there's nobody that is chasing you or fighting or arguing with you. So please, in the future, yes, if you are contributing, can you try as much as possible to watch the tone and how you talk so that it's not, it doesn't blast off on the radio. There are people who will be listening at home and then you're so loud. Try to be calmer with how you make your opinions heard, right? Just watch the tone of your voice. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes you sound like you're arguing with someone. You're trying to win the argument. No, it's not that. Please, just reduce the shouting. That's it. John from Amudioga, good morning.
Andrew Ifemi, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's Aleko John Amade.
We know that. Go on.
Kocha said that even though Sim joined APC, that his sin will not be forgiven. Andrew, Chief Tony Okocha, I want to ask him a simple question. Is he marking iniquity of sin because he is a god of River State? Is he marking iniquities of sin? Is he the one to judge sin because of his creator who created heaven and earth? Who knows when it will happen? Because of sin refused to share our commonwealth with some of them. That is why sin will not be forgiven. Because of sin refused to share our money. Because of sin refused to allow them to come government house to be received by them. Hence, River State is their own, no problem. We are watching them. We are watching Tony Okocha. Amechi making what he is today. What is the relationship between him and Amechi? It's not a sour relationship. Now that he's with him and yes, Wike today, Minister of FCT, you will see the sour. Let me remind Tony Okocha this morning that the FCT minister that is with him and him, what happened to him on 2015? On 2015, what happened? He will receive a nice beating by Minister of FCT. Today, they are good. Share will come to him when President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, will recall back Hence, Tinubu is not even thinking of democracy. They are thinking of always to decide what will happen. Hence, if you join APC, you will be forgiven. Maybe Tony Okocha have here information at the background that even though they refuse him to join APC, they are nothing for him. No problem. Then my advice to him is
all right, John.
To be careful.
Thank you very much. Politics to the detriment of the people is very bad. Tony Okocha and his boss, the FCT minister, are playing God. But one thing I know is that what goes around comes around. Kelly from Port Harcourt, you sent in that message. King Boy on Facebook says, Chief Tony Okocha is one of the persons who I think don't want peace in the state. For selfish interests, should be the ones to apologize to Rivers people and not the governor. Justice Ori says it to be unfair of Rivers State, treasure base of the nation, to celebrate Democracy Day under emergency rule. Jeffet Ibekwe says those politicians in Rivers State who betrayed and sold out the state to strangers for selfish interests should be the ones apologizing. This one here says renaming the International Conference Center to Tinubu Center is not a good one. And that's it. This is from Woike Odinaka. Good morning.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. We'll be back.